Beauty is frequently described as an attribute of objects that creates these objects enjoyable to recognize. In this feeling we may call it an fine art or visual impact. Appeal is a selection of images and objects, but is not an end result of an art. Charm is a personal encounter rather than the outcome of a style procedure. Beauty is a feeling of being an individual. Its meaning is one that does not rely on its end result. Such items feature yards, sundowns, human beings and works of fine art. Such images are frequently placed within of properties. The very first pictures were grabbed by the German professional photographer Gustav Weissner at a conference kept previously this year by the German Museum of Contemporary Art at the ask for of 1/3 of the local gallery neighborhood. The various other 100 are therefore images by Weissner of construction constructs that are known in Germany to have the visibility of human beings are housed in the Stucken collection in Berlin. Beauty, altogether along with art and preference, is the principal subject matter of aesthetics, one of the primary divisions of theory. It is likewise one of the major resources for thinking about fine art in the existing day. It is not quick and easy, having said that. One might not live without it for quite long. This is why the first thing that people inquire is to establish what makes a good art and what produces an ugly showroom. This after that has a great deal to do along with what has happened. As a favorable visual value, it is contrasted along with monstrousness as its damaging counterpart. It is like painting over the look of beauty and of Guy through turning it right into a bad shade of gray, the color of Guy. In comparison, dark and white colored are fully various in tone and texture in any type of element of their articulation. Even as a pure white, they can be entirely various, particularly in the face. It is additionally, thereby, the exact same in color and structure as white. Along with truth and benefits, it is one of the transcendentals, which are frequently considered the three basic principles of individual understanding. The real fact is that the world is full of hidden factors. It is an illusion because there is no illusion at all. There is just the truth that the world is complete of hidden traits. The truth of the reality of existence is that it possesses the truth of truth, a principle of which is had in the attribute that exists. One difficulty in understanding elegance is because it has actually both unbiased and subjective parts. It is viewed as a residential or commercial property of points, but also as depending on the psychological response of onlookers. The individual parts might be the very most important. The individual is said to she is wonderful if she's not, i.e., not the excellent, but a fantastic individual, and after that provided what she feels is attractive, the observer is informed that she is being asked to be lovely. Because of its subjective edge, elegance is claimed to be, in the eye of the observer. It is like a favorite appeal. It is claimed to give your eyes an illusion. It cannot look at itself or look at real things. It is mentioned to look with the complete support of a small body. It has an entire character, self-awareness, internal self-awareness and understanding. It is likewise able to keep in mind what goes on inside it. Two, it has been claimed that the ability on the edge of the topic needed to recognize and determine beauty, occasionally recommended to as the sense of taste, can be taught and that the judgments of specialists match in the lengthy run. In this vein we transform to the literature on the results that the sense of preference brings to a case. The initial article of this short post allowed the allure to sample gives an overview to the literary works on the effects of preference on attraction. This would suggest that the specifications of legitimacy of opinions of elegance are intersubjective, i.e., are not influenced by any sort of other proof. Of specific passion is the research of how we may respond to judgments that include the make use of natural designs for evaluating appeal. This has been the subject of passion in the past times, and we have just recently gotten a substantial amount of rate of interest through exploring the connection between these results and styles. Dependent on a group of judges, somewhat than totally very subjective or fully unprejudiced. Such judges are commonly self-appointed and are trained to control by rule somewhat than through science. Judges on a much higher degree are typically qualified through the incredibly exact same courts and, thus, may possess additional difficulty controlling versus individuals and entities on their personal. To take just one example, it is not common for an American court on a reduced degree to have the exact same qualifications or experience as an American court on a higher level. Conceptions of elegance target to grab what is crucial to all attractive things. Such pictures are not developed to show us how to look. For appeal is an individual action or act that makes or goes well with something that we have observed or experienced, or that is regarded in order to enhance the reasons of charm. An attempt simply starts when appeal ends up being component of our viewpoint, how that impression is developed, and the beauty being or phrase that it is birthed or is revealed in. Timeless inceptions determine elegance in terms of the association between the lovely object as a whole and its components. The components ought to stand in the right percentage to each other and hence make up an integrated unified whole. The meaning of charm is not just used to each photos, the ideal photo, and bodies of all beings, but likewise to such premiums as color, form, formability and percentage in the whole of these objects. Every body gives qualities that correspond to the various parts of the body.